All right, let's talk about something that for a lot of small business owners feels like a full-time job you never actually signed up for. But what if I told you it's the biggest lever you can pull for growth? I'm talking about digital marketing, and today we're going to demystify it together using some really clear, actionable strategies.
So be honest. Does the phrase digital marketing just make your shoulders tense up a little bit? I mean, you've got a business to run, right? And suddenly you're supposed to be a marketing genius, a content creator, a social media manager, and a data analyst. It's a lot.
Well, if you're nodding your head right now, listen, you are so not alone. The whole idea behind this guide is that it gets it. It understands that small businesses are in a constant juggle. You've got limited time, a budget that's probably stretched thin, and maybe you didn't go to school for computer science. These are the real-world challenges we're going to tackle head on.
Okay, so before we dive into the how, let's just clear the air. We're going to start by busting some of the biggest myths that actually stop smart business owners like you from ever even getting started. First up, the big one. Myth. You need a massive budget to make any noise online. The reality? No way. Not even close. In fact, what's so powerful about digital marketing is that it actually levels the playing field. There's so many high-impact things you can do for little to no cost, like using social media smartly or getting found in local searches. And what about this one? The tech fear myth. That little voice that says, "Oh, I'm not a tech wizard, I can't do any of this." The truth is, you absolutely don't have to be. There's this whole universe of incredibly user-friendly tools out there now, from website builders to social media schedulers, that were literally designed for the non-expert. The barrier to entry has never been lower. Okay, and this one might actually surprise you. The myth that email marketing is, dead, old-fashioned. The reality? It could not be more different. Our source material calls email one of the single highest return on investment channels out there. Why? Because it's a direct line to your customers that you and only you control. So now that we've busted those myths, let's kind of flip the script. Instead of looking at digital marketing as this big, scary chore, let's start looking at it for what it really is. Your secret weapon, your unfair advantage. So what is this advantage? Well, it really boils down to three huge things. First, like we said, it lets you compete with the big guys. Second, it lets you reach the exact right people for your business with almost scary precision. And third, and this is huge, you actually know what's working so you can stop throwing money at things that aren't. Let's dig into that second point for a sec. Targeted outreach. Think about it. This isn't like putting up a billboard on the highway and just hoping the right cars drive by. No. This is like being able to whisper your message directly into the ear of your perfect customer. You can tailor it to their location, their interests, you name it. And that gets results. And that leads right into the third advantage, which is a total game changer. Measurable results. With old school marketing, you'd buy a newspaper ad and then, what? Just hope the phone rang? Online, every single thing you do can be tracked. You can see what's working in real time and make smart decisions based on actual data, not just guesswork. Okay, theory is awesome, but I know what you're thinking. Where do I actually start? So let's get super practical. We're going to break down three key areas into simple, manageable steps that you can literally start thinking about today. First up, if you have a local business, this is your superpower, local SEO. It sounds complicated, but I promise, it's not. Step 1, just make sure your business name, address, and phone number are correct and consistent everywhere online. Step 2, sprinkle local keywords into your website, things like best pizza in Austin. And step 3, ask your happy customers for reviews. That's it. Next, social media. The biggest mistake people make is thinking they need to be everywhere. You don't. The key is to be effective where it matters. So step 1, just pick 1 or 2 platforms where your actual customers are hanging out. Step 2, create content that's actually interesting. Ask questions, tell stories. And step 3, talk to people. Respond to comments, be a human. And finally, let's put that not dead tool to work. Email. How do you start? Simple. Step 1, give people a reason to sign up for your list. Maybe a discount or a free guide. Step 2, send them stuff that's genuinely helpful, not just buy my stuff all the time. And step 3, just peek at the numbers. See what people are opening and clicking on, and then do more of that. Now, let's be real for a second. It's not always going to be a walk in the park. So for this last part, let's talk about the real-world hurdles you're going to face, and more importantly, the game plan for getting over them. So you might be thinking, but there's so much competition. The strategy? Tell your story. Be authentic. No one can copy you. Or maybe you're thinking, I keep hitting these tech walls. The solution? Start simple.
Pick one user-friendly tool and master that first. And what about that feeling that the trends are changing every 5 minutes? Forget them. Master 1 or 2 platforms that work for your business instead of chasing every shiny new object.
And really, that brings us to the big takeaway here. This isn't about becoming some digital marketing guru overnight. It's about empowerment. It's about having the confidence to take control of your own marketing, one simple step at a time, starting right now. At the end of the day, this whole journey just starts with one small action. So don't get overwhelmed by everything we just talked about. Just pick one thing. Seriously. Maybe it's just claiming your Google business profile, or maybe it's brainstorming one social media post. So I'll just leave you with this question. What's your first step going to be?